I'm going to bring in that state's governor, Tate Reeves. And Governor, first and foremost, researching this topic, I see where Mississippi actually began to make significant strides a few years ago. I suspect initially people thought it was a fluke. So walk us through this miracle.
Well, Charles, thanks for having me on, and you're exactly right. And I often use the term Mississippi miracle because it gets people's attention. It was a term that was initially coined by the New York Times, of all people. But the reality, Charles, is that it really isn't that much of a miracle at all. We did three simple things. We passed legislation in our legislature that was good public policy. We then had a state board of education and a superintendent named Dr. Carrie Wright, who implemented that good public policy. And then we had teachers and students who executed the plan. And that's where we find ourselves today, having gone literally in fourth grade reading from 49th in the country to number 9 in the country, in fourth grade math from 50th in the country to number 16 in America. And our overall educational system has been ranked 50th 12 years ago in 2013, and today is ranked 16th overall in all of America.
But you know, Governor, it's the same New York Times that I hate to say it, but I call it the bigotry of low expectations. I mean, the Black and Hispanic students in your state have fared even better. And so the question is, what's the secret? I mean, is it just trusting, honest teaching and trusting that these kids can do it?
Well, you make a very important point, and it's something that I always try to say because, you know, the coalition of the status quo, the education establishment fought us every step of the way. And the important point that you make is these conservative reforms that we have enacted are not just working from some of our kids in some of our school districts. Literally, African-American fourth graders in their reading results in 2013, when compared to their peers, they were 45th best. Last year, they were number 3 in America. Hispanic students scored number 1 in America in fourth grade reading in Mississippi compared to their peers, and number 2 in America in math. So again, these conservative reforms work, and they should be implemented all across the country. We did simple things. We went back to the basics. We teach reading based upon phonics. We raised standards by ensuring that no kid was elevated to the fourth grade if they couldn't pass a reading test in the third grade.
Right.
And then thirdly, we held people accountable for results. And what we have found as we continue to see upward movement in the charts is that success begets success. And our students are doing far better today than at any time in our state's history. And on a relative basis, we are outperforming every other state in America when you look at improvements in the last 10 years.
I got a minute to go, and I want to give you a chance to brag about the jobs, right? People learn, they get better educated, jobs come. You're doing amazing with jobs, reshoring and onshoring, but also just overall, your state is just doing extraordinarily well with respect to employment.
We are booming. We had the lowest unemployment rate in state history. We had more people working than at any time in the history of our state. I tell people all the time, we have the smartest fourth graders in the southeastern United States. And when you have the smartest fourth graders today, that means in 10 years, you're going to have the smartest workforce in the southeastern United States. And CEOs all around the globe are taking notice, and they want to invest in places like Mississippi. And we have seen almost $45 billion in new capital investments announced in our state since I've been governor, and we're not going to stop anytime soon.
I tip my hat to you, sir. Congratulations. I love what you're doing here, and I hope everyone in the country is paying attention, particularly for the sake of our children and our future. Governor, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, my friend.